Greetings, comrades. It is I, Miriam, the only Miriam, and thank you so much for tuning in. First things first, I severely apologize for being ever so MIA. And when I say this, I don't mean missing in Armenia, but rather managing in America, but also missing in action. I understand I've been extremely sporadic with posting consistently on this channel, and this is currently being remedied. And please stay tuned for all that we have to offer for this amazing new year. We're going to start diving in and acquiring skills necessary for actually forming sentences in Armenian. Now, as the title of this video suggests, today we will be learning the subject pronouns in the Armenian language. Also, please note that there will be a sort of part 2 to this video due to how I will soon be releasing a video on conjugation, and these subject pronouns are conspicuously necessary for creating sentences and conjugating. Also, my advice to you all as a fellow language learner is to take notes using pencil and paper as we go through all these expressions, and I will also be repeating each phrase both in English and in Armenian. Before we get started, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Please be sure to click on the zangak or the bell icon and share this with your other comrades. Also, comment down below and let me know how your Armenian language lesson journey has been going, and I will be responding to all comments down below. Anyways, enough with all the shenanigans, let's get to some language learning. Սովորեք Mariami հետ. What exactly are pronouns, and more specifically, subject pronouns? You see, pronouns replace nouns when they have already been mentioned before in a sentence. There are many forms of pronouns, including subject pronouns, object pronouns, possessive pronouns, but for our purposes today, we will be learning the subject pronouns in Armenian. What's more is that pronouns can also be either singular or plural. The subject pronouns in English are I, you, we, they, he, she, and it. Now let us learn in Armenian. I in Armenian is yes. Not like yes, like the opposite of no, but yes. I, yes. I suppose this is somewhat similar to how in Slavic languages yes is ya. Now for you, things get a bit complicated in Armenian and in a lot of languages actually. You see, even though we have one form of the word you in English, in a lot of other sorts of more complex, foreign, and difficult languages, there are actually several words for you. Now in Armenian, we have two versions of you. We have an informal and singular version of you, and we have a formal but also plural version of the word you. These two versions of you also actually pertain to how there is formal and informal language in Armenian. The first way of saying you in Armenian is du. You, du. This is actually really similar to words such as du in German, tu in French, and ti in Russian. This version of you is actually utilized in informal situations or when we are speaking to somebody who is younger than us or our age, or is a close friend, a relative, or someone that we know very well. Just to repeat one more time, it is you, du, you. But then on the other hand, we have duk, you, duk, you. Now this second version of you is the more formal version, and it is also the plural version, meaning that it is used when we speak to a group of people. However, because this is the formal version, we also use it when we speak to strangers, somebody that is older or of a higher authority, or when we are meeting someone for the very first time. Let us review before moving on. Du, you, and duk, you. Next, we have we, or menk. We, menk. I suppose this is somewhat similar to mi in Russian. Forward. Now it gets a bit tricky. You see, in English, we have he and she. However, due to how Armenian is a genderless language, there is only one word that we use that means both he and she. Also, just as a fun fact, Armenian is a genderless language due to how old it is. Interestingly enough, a lot of ancient languages are in fact gender neutral. Some examples being Iranic languages and dialects of Chinese. But here's the deal. So since we don't have he or she, we have the word na, meaning they, but singular. Let us repeat. Na, he or she, na. An example of this in a sentence, to illustrate this all, since I know this is quite confusing, since this one word is used for both genders, na futbol e sirun. He or she likes football. What do we actually use for the word they when we are describing multiple people? We have նրանք, they, նրանք, they. Before concluding this video, let us review all that we have just learned. I, yes. I, yes. Du, you. Du, you, but the singular and informal version. Duk, you, but the formal and plural version. Duk, you. Մենք, we, մենք. Na, meaning he or she, na. Նրանք, they, նրանք. Comrades, we have reached the end of this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with your Armenian speaking or Armenian learning friends, and I will see you all very soon. I know this video turned out to be much shorter than most of mine. Շնորհակալություն եւ կտեսնվենք.